And now we are going to move on to our last speed talk of the day, which is from Alexander Merdian-Tarko, who's going to be sharing his experience and perspectives on ways to get involved in open source conservation. So, Alex, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Thanks. Okay, I'm Alex, based in Cologne in Germany. I'm a data scientist at River Group, a big German retail corporation. And there I focus on using machine learning to reduce food waste. And before that, I've been a data scientist at UNICEF Germany, where I focused on machine learning for fundraising. So sort of my pattern is to use data science and machine learning to work on causes or issues that have a societal relevance. And I'm here today because conservation is another cause I care a lot about. And there are a lot of issues currently going on. And that's why I have been trying in the recent past to get involved and try to contribute. And so this is why I'll be sharing some of my experiences as a volunteer in the conservation open source space. And first project I'd like to present to you is land cover mapping for the for CASA with WWF Germany. CASA is a big conservation area in Southern Africa, spanning several countries, and it's vast. And I simply reached out to WWF Germany's space science team, who works on land cover mapping and creating maps and the like. And I met some really, really nice people there who helped me to build some skills in this area, in this field, and let me contribute to a couple of projects of theirs. And the first project we've been working, or the general question they basically have is where are agricultural fields located in this conservation area, and how do they evolve over time? And one thing we built is, one thing we did is detecting agricultural fields on satellite imagery. It's on the left. And on the right, you see an example where we extended that approach and we're tracking additional land cover classes beyond just agricultural fields. And the idea that the impact this is supposed to have is that through this work, we'd like to support the people who actually make decisions on the ground during their monitoring efforts. Second experience I'd like to present is a coding challenge I've participated with another collaborator of mine. And it's called, it has been called EMAG23, Equipping Move Apps for Conservation. Move Apps is a movement ecology platform, an open one developed by the Max Planck Institute of Animal Behavior in Southern Germany, together with other collaborators as well. And so that it's pretty new. They had this coding challenge with different conservation use cases, and people were asked to try and build solutions or try to build apps for this platform. And what you see in the bottom left corner is a screenshot of an app we built. It's basically a dashboard where you can get some statistics on animal movement, and also it has a stationarity detection ingrained. So animals that don't move anymore, or whose sensors don't move anymore, they are tagged as stationary. And it was really, really cool to go to a workshop that followed that coding challenge and meet people from all over the world. Sort of, that was really a really cool experience actually, because I haven't done something like that before. And so a lot of apps were created in the wake of this coding challenge in the workshop and what followed after. And together we also wrote a citizen science paper, and it has been accepted for publication in Methods in Ecology and Evolution, which is also a really cool outcome. And lastly, another project of mine I'm also currently still working on is TheraI.NET. It's a species classifier for the Terai region in Nepal. Sorry if I pronounce it wrong. I asked my colleague from Nepal how to do it, but it's hard for me. Yeah, so basically there's this very special ecosystem in Nepal. close to the border to India. And you have all sorts of animals there, Bengal tigers, of course, rhinos, elephants, deer, all sorts of animals. And I've been in touch with a member of this community here, Peter from ADAX Data Science. Probably a lot of you know him. And he pointed me to this opportunity to actually build this sort of model because, for example, organizations like the Nepal Tiger Trust, they collect a lot of camera trap images in this area, and they could certainly benefit from using machine learning to reduce the manual effort that is required to analyze them. So I start building this with a lot of support from the community as well, using open source tools. And now all the code is available freely on GitHub. The model is deployed in ADAX AI. And I hope this is going to be supportive in Bengal tiger conservation. And maybe there's some field evaluation pending. I hope it's going to work out. Yeah, so that has been really exciting. Finally, some things I have learned throughout my experiences in the past. Be curious. Basically, everything you encounter is a learning opportunity. Be patient. Building these things and learning stuff takes time. Impact also takes time and can be not so straightforward. Talk to people. Most people are really kind and open and full of insight, so it's really nice to connect to people from all over the world and see what they're up to, learn from them, and maybe help each other out. And finally, also manage expectations. It might also take time to find the right fit. And don't burn out. Because for me, for example, I do this on the side. And it's sometimes also important to just manage time and your resources. And finally, a call to action from my volunteer perspective, get involved. Join a community like WILDLABS. I mean, since you're here on this call, you're pretty much sort of doing it. Look out for challenges or people needing help, or reach out yourself. Sometimes these work surprisingly well, these outreaches, or maybe just start building something and see where you go from there. Anyway, in any case, you learn a lot, meet amazing people, and maybe even make a real impact, which is, I think, really cool. And that's already it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that talk. We have a few questions in the chat. I don't think we'll have time to get to both of them live, but one that I think will be a little bit, might be quicker to answer is, can this model be applied to other animals and world regions as well? And do you have any concrete leads for further projects already? I assume that's about the ADAX AI collaboration in Nepal.
There are a lot of challenges with this specific model because we don't have, for example, local images from Nepal actually. So we just, most of the images are taken from Lila BC, so they are openly available, but none of them are really from Nepal. So it remains to be seen how well this model actually generalizes to Nepal in this area there, which is why I hope that these field evaluations will actually happen, because this will be very insightful. And but basically you can apply that model to other regions as well. There are not a lot of species in there. It's very focused on Nepal. But the cool thing is, I built this in mind with reproducibility in mind and transferring it to other ecosystems as well. So it's sort of a blueprint or a toolbox. So in a nutshell, you just select different species, run the entire pipeline, and then you have a new species classifier for sort of a new ecosystem with the relevant species there. It's very simplistically speaking. I have already something in mind. Perhaps there might be something relevant in Kenya, where for a smaller ecosystem there, maybe a national park or something, where the diversity of species is maybe a bit more concentrated, not so vast. Maybe something similar, which is useful, could be built for that.
Well, thank you so much. And there's another question in the chat that I think is probably more of a philosophical conversation that anybody can join in on about sort of risks with open source data in terms of like poaching and like wildlife crime. So I'm going to throw you and anybody else who wants to tackle that question into the chat.